Rex fabric. All of these fabrics. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Morgan and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate the love, the company, all of my new subscribers, and all of my current and well-known subscribers. Thank you guys for tuning in yet again for another video. This is week 2 of Becoming a Swimpreneur, my new series here on this channel, teaching you guys all about how to go from the beginning phases of planning out your swimwear brand all the way up until you actually constructing your swimwear and going into production. So this series is going to happen, like I said, if you didn't watch week 1, please go watch week 1 and then just follow up with week 2, because it'll keep you going in the right order. But I'm going to be taking you guys along the process. I'm going to be going through this with you guys. I've already done it because I have a swimwear brand, but I feel like this is important for you guys to know, and I'm going to do this weekly because it's easier to do weekly so you guys can have things to focus on during the week, especially while we are locked down. So if I sound funny throughout this video, it's because I just had my wisdom teeth pulled and my mouth is still swollen, and it's just, bear with me. So most of this video is definitely going to be voiceover, but I'm going to be showing you guys all about fabric this week, fabric choices, how fabric stretches against the body, and things that you guys can choose for your swimwear. So let's get it right going. Let's get this going right now. And yeah, let's talk about some fabric. Okay, so basically, you guys, I'm going to be showing you guys this fabric. This is a mesh fabric, and you see how I'm stretching the fabric. It has very, very fine, tiny, breathable holes in this fabric, but the mesh fabric is used for lining. This is one that I use when I am using sort of an elastic base and I'm not doing a seamless bikini, but this ultimately is a really good mesh. I'm going to get more into the mesh and swimwear materials as we go along in this video. So just, bear with me. And this is an actual shiny material that is used for swimwear. This is a nylon spandex blend. And as you can see, there's one side that's shiny and the other side is the dull side, which is the inside. And again, going with the stretch, again, it always stretches more one way than the other, even in a 4-way stretch. So just make sure you guys look out for that when you're shopping for your own swimwear. I preferably like 4-way stretch because it curves and moves with your body. And when you're wearing swimwear, you tend to be like moving around a lot. This is a more dull one. This is not like the shiny one. This is basically a matte fabric. And you can see again, there's resistance one way and then there's a lot of stretch another way. And I'll show you guys why I'm showing you guys this stretching motion, and you'll understand as the video goes along on why you should be looking into this and why it's important. Okay, so now looking on an actual bikini bottom, and this is just for swimsuits and everything. If it's a bikini, it's going to usually do the same thing, but you can see how I'm pulling outwards, which is horizontally, and I'm pulling vertically up and down. The horizontal stretch is going to be going across your body because that's how your body stretches naturally, and the more resistance part, where it's showing you a little bit more resistance, is going to go the vertical way because that's going to be the part of the material that pulls you in. Now, this is the booklet that I got from Rex Fabrics, and you do have to pay for this if you want this book. I got mine free because I ordered like a crazy amount of fabric because I'm working on a collection right now. So they gave me this book as a parting gift, but they are located in Los Angeles. And as you can see, this book is pretty much outlined by color code or colored groups, not codes. And as I flip the pages, you'll see they have pinks grouped together, reds, oranges, yellows, grays, blacks, greens, blues, all the colors are kind of color grouped. It's just easier for them to identify which fabric you want when it goes like this. And these are the matte fabrics. These are the ones that I really like. I also like the shiny ones, which you guys will see in a little bit, but I really like these. Now, what I'm doing is trying to adjust my camera, but on these little booklets and the fabric, they have a grading scale. So all of their fabrics is really good, but they give you a scale on which will be best for whatever it is that you're designing, and that's up to you to decide. So they have numbered groups, and it goes from very weak to excellent. I tend to go with the ones that are good and excellent just because they're more durable and the swimwear will last longer. They have, the durability to last longer in chlorine, and everything is graded. So that's really important. And that's why I also like this company. No, this is not sponsored. I wish this was sponsored, but it is not. Hey you guys, so I didn't think I was gonna like make an official appearance on here because I just had my wisdom teeth pulled and my face is still a little puffy. Forgive me if I sound weird and how I'm talking or if my words are slurring. Everything is still swollen. But I wanted to show you guys the Rex Fabrics website. So this is the opening page, like when you click on Rex Fabrics. If you go on Google and just type in Rex, R-E-X, Fabrics, you should see the one that pops up for Los Angeles and just click on that one. They do have like 3 of them and they're not all in LA. So click on the one that says LA and you'll get to this website. And this one says rexfabrics.us. So you can probably type that in and you'll be just fine. But this is the first page, like the home page. And when you scroll down a little bit, you'll see they have deal of the month. They have different sequins and fabrics that are available in stock. Now, one thing about this website, you guys, or about this company, is they specialize in these things. So they sell the fabrics that you would use in athletic wear, yoga type stuff, dance apparel, swim apparel. These are the fabrics that they specialize in. They don't have a wide catalog. Let me cut my phone off. They don't have a wide catalog for like furs and stuff like that, or denim and stuff like that. You know, this is specifically for what we are into. If you are in the swimwear market, this is a company that will most likely have the latest, the greatest, and they update very frequently. So on here, you can see right here, this is the one I just showed you, the booklet that I just showed you. It's the full dull tricot material, and it's the Sportivo. Now, this is like the newest. This is what is happening right now in swimwear. This Sportivo, you'll probably see it everywhere. It's just because it's really good. It's really, really, really good fabric. Now, this one right here next to it, the one that says, the one that says 4-way stretch, the shiny tricot, literally, you guys, it's the same as the full dull one. And when they say full dull, they just mean matte, basically meaning no shine. So it's the same fabrics, except for it's no shine to it. So you can have the shinier ones, which are still super cute. And I have some that I'm using as well for this collection that I'm working on. And it just gives you options. So if you don't want it to be matte, you can definitely go with the shiny. You can also go with sequins and whatever else that you're into. But I'm going to click on this one first. This 4-way stretch, the shiny materials. Now, it doesn't show you that it's shiny on the website, obviously, because they're just posting the colors that they have. But you can see once you click on it, they have the color codes and the color names and things like that. Now, when you see right here the price where it says $450, the $450 is for per yard, but only if you buy the full roll, like meaning the full bundle. I think it's like 70 yards. So the $450 is if you buy the 70 yards, because they want to give you the cheapest price for a full roll, because they don't have to do any cuts or anything. They literally have them ready. Now, if you don't buy the full roll, obviously the price is going to be a little bit higher because you're going to be getting fabric and they have to cut it so that they can mail it to you, or cut it so that you can pick it up. Now, they do have some. Usually when I order from them, if I don't order the full roll, then I'll go and I'll say I need it just for like a sample or something. So I'll just get a few yards, but you have to have a 5-yard minimum before they even cut it. They won't cut it if it's like 1 yard. You can't do that there, but a 5-yard minimum. And I believe most likely it'll be around like $750 to or higher, depending on which fabric that you decide to get cut. So just keep that in mind. But you also make sure you have to have at least 5 yards to get cut. And I believe 5 to 19 yards, it's a certain price. And then 20 yards to a certain amount of yards, a certain price, because the higher you go, the less the price is. That's why it's $450 for an entire roll. But $450 for the entire 70 yards means that you are designing like a really big collection. You're going to need 70 yards of fabric because that's what you have planned for your swimwear line. So just scroll down. This is wholesale fabric, so you have to have a seller's permit to even buy from them. And that's why they have this right here. See where it says resale number. In order to place an order, you need to provide us the resale number, the shipping address, and shipping address is located in California. You have to call them. I don't know how their shipping policy is if you're outside of California, but that's something you can definitely call and talk to them about. What was it? What was I going to say? Oh, the 4-way stretch is very durable. That, like it says in the description, it's very durable. It's smooth. It's amazing. It feels great against your skin. It's amazing. All the information is definitely down here at the bottom, where it has like the material is 82% nylon, 18% spandex. That's pretty standard for most swimwear. When it comes to, even if you buy swimwear, like if you want to know exactly what you have in your swimwear collection, look at the swimwear that you already have, look at the tag, and you'll see the stretch, the material, like if it's nylon, spandex, polyester, whatever the blend is, you'll see it. So that way when you're comparing, you'll know the difference between all of this. Now, getting off of this four-way stretch, like the shiny colors and things like that, these colors are typically available in the matte as well. It's probably just obviously a little bit darker because matte is not shiny. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the mesh and the lining fabrics because that's super important as well. So when it comes to mesh, they have power mesh materials, and I like to use power mesh before I use the regular swimwear lining. And the only reason I say that, let me click on it and show you. So the only reason I say that is because fine mesh is cool. So this is a fine mesh right here. Just do a quick view. I don't know why it's not popping up correctly, but a fine mesh is 83% nylon and 17% spandex. It pretty much has the same stretch and give as the actual swimwear fabric. So that's amazing. That works in your favor because you're not dealing with something that's moving around a lot. However, the finer the mesh, it's very lightweight. So sometimes you might not like to sew with it. It's very difficult sometimes for me to sew with, and I know how to sew. So I prefer power mesh. It's still lightweight, it's still thin, but the power mesh has a lot more durability in it. And usually power mesh is used for things like sports bras and things like that, because you see how it like holds you up and keeps you like in place. That's the reason why I like power mesh. So when you're looking for mesh, if this is your first time buying mesh, I would suggest going to a fabric store and feeling the mesh first, because it is very different. You know, they're not all the same. There's not the same. So I'm going to show you this one again. This one right here. Oops. See, it has literally like the same stretch as the swimwear. See how I said one side is always going to give much more? This will be the side that you would put horizontally. The side that gives you a little bit more resistance is the side you go vertically, and it just makes sense. It's just like swimwear science or something. I don't know. It just makes sense. Okay. So when you're looking for mesh, make sure you're looking for something that is very durable and that won't tear, something that is really good in chlorine, because obviously it's swimwear. And as you can see just on this page right here, like we're still on it, you see how it says energy mesh right here. It says four-way stretch. The four-way stretch is the same as like the swimwear stretch. That's what I mean by being very specific with the fabrics that you choose. They have different types of mesh, and keep in mind the ones that say net, you guys, like net, it's not on this page, but let me see. They have like a net material that they advertise as mesh, not on here, but in most fabric stores. The net material is not what you align a swimwear with, because net has bigger holes in it. It's like open holes. So that way, the more that somebody is pulling up their swimwear, pulling down their swimwear, hand washing their swimwear, that net is going to keep stretching and getting very weird. It'll probably start ripping because it's not the same as swimwear lining. So just be careful with that. If it says net, you can obviously use it for swimwear, but I wouldn't use it as a lining for that purpose. So these prices are, again, it's the same. The prices that you see are mostly for full rolls, like the $350, $295, $150. It's definitely changes when you have to order by the yard, obviously. And I want to show you the different prices, what I mean by why this is why I like this website or this company. I go with them because they just have really good prices. Okay, so I zoomed in on this page. This is Joanns fabrics, like Joanns, Joann.com. And I wanted to show you guys the difference because it is a difference when it comes to your finances. I have a Joanns close to my house. I tend to go there. I do shop there because it's just convenient to shop there. But I usually just get maybe 2 yards of something and do a sample, and then I'll know if I want to order more from my actual fabric company that I go with. So this is right here. It shows you performance nylon spandex power mesh fabric. I don't know why they named it like that, but it's basically a power mesh. And I can just zoom in. You can see how it's super tiny little holes. It's still breathable. It's perfect for swimwear, and they advertise this as a power mesh. Now, some power mesh that I prefer are the ones that are it's just a smooth fabric. It just feels like nylon, just how the swimwear fabric looks. It doesn't have like the tiny holes or anything like that. I don't have a picture because I can't find one. I've been looking for one, and then the one that I have, it's not here. So I'm sorry I can't show you, but I will show you in a future video. I just have to go get it. But they have some where it doesn't have these holes at all. It's just a smooth fabric that you could use for swimwear lining, and it's a power mesh, and it's really strong. It's kind of like, you know how like you buy the stockings or like pantyhose or something like that. It's like that, but it's a little bit thicker. So it gives you that hole that you would need. But right here you can just see it's tiny fine holes in there, and it's really good. But in Joanns, you can see right here where it says basically $15 a yard. $15 for each yard, as opposed to you going and buying 5 yards of something and only having to pay like $7, maybe cheaper for lining. I think it's probably maybe $5 for lining a yard, and you're getting 5. So, do the math. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. And this usually happens with most fabric stores where it's like this, and they have more than just fabric in there. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for fabric. Try to look local and find fabric stores in your area if you have some. If you don't have fabric stores in your area, that's when you kind of go out the way and outsource fabrics. Like Rex Fabrics is right here in LA. So you would have to call them, talk to them, see if they can deliver to you, blah, 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 blah. I know they do delivery because I've had fabric delivered before, but you have to call and figure out the shipping and all that stuff. They have a number on their website. When you message them from the website, they get right back to you. They're really good about that. So you can message them directly from the fabric page that you're on. It'll have like a little drop down menu, and you can just message them from there and, get your business handled. So, yeah, let's get out of here, and let me talk to you guys one more time. So you guys, that is the end of this video. I just wanted to give you guys a quick glimpse into how to pick out swimwear fabrics, what to know about swimwear fabrics. You can ultimately make swimwear out of any material that you want. You don't have to specifically use swimwear fabric that is like the designated fabric, like the ones that I just showed you. I've seen swimwear be made from corduroy, denim, this t-shirt material. I just did a tutorial with you guys on this channel on how to make a bikini with using a basic t-shirt. You can use whatever you want. My suggestion, if you're going to use any type of fabric, make sure that you have a really good lining, because the lining is what goes up against your skin ultimately, and you don't want to have rough fabrics all up in your lady parts. Okay, so it'll be uncomfortable. So you can use whatever you want to use. My suggestion again would be to use fabrics that really mold to your body. If you're using denim, for instance, and you want to make a denim bikini, make sure that you cut the pattern accordingly so that the denim actually fits you nicely and it's not hanging out and loose in some places, tight in some places. Make sure that you're just paying attention to the cut of the bikini. Make sure you're paying attention to how you're styling this bikini, what trims and notions that you're using on these bathing suits and bikinis, or whatever it is that you're designing that is supposed to go in the swimwear category. The idea is to have a good fit, to make something comfortable, to make something, last a long time. And that's why swimwear fabrics are talked about. It's because they last a long time if you pick the right ones. The booklet that I showed you guys that had all the little numbers and things like that, I don't know how well it's showing up. I'll see in the editing process, but those numbers basically indicate how well the swimwear fabrics, the choices that you choose from them, how well they work in chlorine, how well they work drying times, and everything like that. So this collection that I'm designing is very high quality. The price is obviously going to reflect that. So when you have high quality pieces, you can mark your prices or price your You can price your items accordingly. So it's just something for longevity. Also, my bikinis will last a very long time. Whoever purchases it, you will have it for a very, very long time. So on this week's episode of Becoming a Swimpreneur, this is all about fabrics. I hope you guys loved it. I hope you guys are also still working on week 1 in sketching and actually doing market research, because we're just going to keep it moving along. So next week, you guys, I'm going to be showing you guys the notions. The notions, what I mean by that word is the pieces that you would use to construct your swimwear, like the elastics that you would use, certain type of elastics, the machines that I use to create the swimwear. I'll show you guys my serger, my sewing machine. I'll show you guys the rulers and the measuring tapes. I'll show you guys actually how to measure your body for swimwear. If you're making it for yourself and you want to test your ideas on yourself, I'll show you how to properly measure yourself for swimwear. And obviously you're going to need those measurements in the future for when you're sizing your own bikinis in your own brand. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Make sure you share this video. If you see any part of this video that you like, any part of my other videos that you like, tag me. Please do a little screen record and tag me on my Instagram account. All of my links are below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.